Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the TechBiz Talks by HCL. And today we are going to explore enabling hybrid work with HCL fluid workplaces. So, we are looking for the next generation of IT leadership in Sri Lanka who have courage, who believe in collaboration and care about making a difference and creating an impact. Ideapreneurs at HCL exhibit courage to be innovative, collaborate with teams and customers to implement their ideas and solutions, and care their larger ecosystem, community, and environment. During this session, we enjoy open dialogues with our potential candidates to give them a sense of what the HCL brand is about and to help them better understand what it means to be a part of the HCL ecosystem. What technologies are we focusing on? Who are the people behind it? How can you contribute today towards the digital future of tomorrow? We are here to engage with you, take this direct opportunity to engage with HCL's managers who are ready to mentor you. We believe that Sri Lanka's digital forward, smart, and passionate workforce will play a key role in fulfilling Sri Lanka's plan in placing Sri Lanka on the global map as a preferred IT destination. So, without spending more time, I would like to invite Centerhead Thotatri Kuntam to give you a brief introduction about HCL. Before that, we would like to bring out our celebrations which we had last November, inaugurating the latest facility at Cinnamon Life. Now I invite our center head, Thotatri Vaikuntham, to walk you through HCL's journey so far in Sri Lanka.
Thank you, Kerala. Ayubowan to all of you, and a very good morning. It's always wonderful to come back and talk to people and engage all of our future employees with the latest technology series. I'll take very quick 5-10 minutes to introduce who we are as a company to those who have not heard us earlier, and what our journey has been in Sri Lanka. We have been here for the last two plus years. We are proud of where we are, and we are thrilled about the talent that we have here. So, without wasting more time, let me start off with a quick introduction to our company, HCL Technologies. We are overall, we do a revenue of 11.1 billion US dollars. We have 197,000 employees around the world, and we are inching towards our first 2,000 employees in Sri Lanka out of the 200,000 in the world. We are present in 52 countries around the world. We are the fastest growing large technology company, and we are the number one employer in the professional services sector as rated by the Forbes World's Best Employers. poor, right? So these are some of the quick facts about HCL. There are three focus segments that we look at. The primary one is the IT and business services, contributing to around 70% of the overall revenue. A lot of people may not know that we are a core engineering company. That's how HCL started in the 1970s. And that streak of engineering and R&D services and IT engineering solutions that we provide to customers around the world continues even today. So that's the core of the company that's been there from the beginning, and that's continued. And the third focus segment is the products and platforms that started around 5 years back. That's the youngest line of business for us. We have close to 400 plus products and IPs together that we now sell to our customers around the world. Kirlu? While our revenue has grown, our margins have grown. Our quarterly results is coming up in a few weeks, and I encourage the listeners here today to look out for our quarterly results and have a look at it. What we are even more proud of is the fact that our customer satisfaction grows year on year. Right. So as you can see, we have a customer CSAT score. The loyalty has gone up significantly in the last 12 years. Advocacy, satisfaction, and the business value that we add back to the customer has grown significantly, consistently in the last 10 years. And that's something that we are very delighted about, as much as we are about the growth of the company in terms of headcount and revenue. Kiru? So, a bit deeper into the products and services that we as a company serve. The one on the left, IT and business services, that, as I said, constitute around 70% of the overall revenue. So this constitutes digital foundation services, our services and solutions around providing support to the various the foundation, various infrastructure services in terms of cloud, in terms of cyber security, in terms of digital workplace, and the topic today as well. Sayantan is going to follow me. So these are the foundation services that we support across customers. Followed by that, we have a series of solutions and services that we provide on digital business and support and solutions towards business in terms of application development, enhancements that the customer needs, and the digital operations that we support on top of the foundation and the digital business. The engineering and R&D services, as I said, is the core of the company, and we provide support to some of the top engineering companies and across verticals, right? And products and platforms, which is the new last 4 5 years that we have started. We have close to around 450 plus product releases that we have delivered, and more than 200 products that we sell around it. Kirlu? The a view of the various verticals that we as a company work. Um, Pretty much a lot of the verticals, all the verticals that you can imagine, we continue to provide solutions to them. So if you look at financial services, right, the top 5 of the 10 top financial services global investment banks are HCL's customers, and we provide solutions for them. If you look at fintech firms, 11 of the top 25 fintech firms are HCL customers. If you look at manufacturing, right, so 7 of the top 10 industrial and process companies in manufacturing, HCL provides solutions to them. What it means is that you, as a candidate, when you come to HCL, we will be able to provide you opportunities to work across the world in any of these verticals, and you will be able to contribute solutions to any of the top global Fortune 500 companies that we work with. Right? So that's the diversity of experience that HCL offers that you can experience. Kirill? Yeah, quick snapshot of where all we are. We are present in 52 countries around the world, and I'm personally very proud of being here in Sri Lanka for the last 3+ years. We have started operations in the last 2 years. We have grown to around 1,700 people. So that's a new geography that we as a company have added, and it's growing strength to strength. But one of the advantages of being present in 50 countries is also the follow the sun model, where we are able to support customers across the world because we ourselves are present in multiple geographies around the world. Kirill? Yeah, so some photographs for all of you. We started in September, and we are close to around 1,700 people today. Our growth plans in Sri Lanka is to grow by 1,500 people year on year, and we want to be one of the largest IT companies in Sri Lanka in the next 2 to 3 years. We have our first office in Demetiguda in Narayan City. We started our second office in November in Cinnamon Life. We've taken 20 floors in Cinnamon Life now, right? And we are providing IT solutions to Fortune 500 companies. We have 50 customers that we support from Sri Lanka that we are servicing from Sri Lanka today. So that's a very quick summary of who we are as a company and what we do in Sri Lanka. I look forward to seeing many of you who are listening to this discussion come and have a chat with us and see how we can build a career together. I wish all the best, and I give it back to Kirilu. Kirilu, over to you. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Tota, to walking us through our amazing journey and becoming 1,700 strong ideapreneurs in the last 1.5 years. Now we can move on to the today's focus topic, and I'm going to introduce today's speaker, Sayantan Saha, who is a senior manager at HCL Technologies, who is committed his career building cutting-edge products which enhance user productivity, experience, and help transform enterprises from a legacy and user computing environment to a secure digital workplace. So without spending any more time, Sayantan, uh, it's over to you.
Thank you, Kirilu. Thanks. Very good morning to everyone who has joined today's discussion. I'm I'm very proud to be talking to some of the brightest minds in Sri Lanka, talking to them about our who we are at HCL, what are some of the new technologies and solutions we are bringing to our customers, and I really hope going forward I would be able to meet a lot of you when I would be, and I'm really interested to going to the Sri Lanka office and meeting all of you hopefully in the times to come. So thanks again for this opportunity, and just and if you have any questions during the discussion, feel free to reach out. I think I'll be really happy to answer. So coming to what we call as a fluid workplace in HCL. So I think before we move into the topic, I think what we need to understand is, especially over the last 2.5 years since the COVID pandemic started, uh, the way of working, or what we consider as a workplace, has changed significantly. So 2 years back, everyone thought a workplace to be a location, to be an office, to be something which is perimetered, if I may say that. However, I think from the end of March 2020, when suddenly 80% of the people, 80% of the world went remote, and they started working from their homes, what we understood at HCL, and also talking to a lot of these lot of our Fortune 500 customers, and a lot of these big analysts in this space, is your workplace is fluid. It's not a particular location. Your workplace is basically from where you as an employee can be most productive, can be most efficient, and the place where you can have a better end user experience. So adaptability, scalability, and connectedness, I think these three are the keywords for enabling the workplace of the future. And we at HCL are committed to providing a workplace which doesn't depend on any location. So you want to work from office, great, we will enable that. You want to work 100% remotely, we will enable that. You want to work hybrid, that is sometimes in the office and sometimes remotely, that can also be enabled, and our technology will enable that. So tomorrow you want to work from maybe some of those beautiful beach resorts in Bentota, or some of those coffee shops in those mountains of Novara Elia or Kandy. Our technology will enable that, not only for you as employees of HCL, most likely, but also for our global customers across the world. So that's who we are, that's what we do, and that's where we are committed to. Kirilu. So, and I think this is not just what we are saying. We have been talking to a lot of our customers, a lot of our analysts, big ones like McKinsey, BCG, Accenture Strategy. They in turn have been talking to a lot of these C-suite employees in different companies, and what they believe is, and you can see the numbers here, 74% of the CFOs, they intend to increase the remote work in the organization, even after the crisis of COVID stabilizes, and it has stabilized a lot, thankfully. However, it's still not back to the old normal. We are talking about the new normal, where people want to have a hybrid type of a scenario where they can decide based on their requirement. And if you see, the 32% of the organizations are also planning to replace full-time employees with contingent workers who can work from anywhere. The concept of a gig economy is coming in. 48% of employees will work remotely, at least part-time, and a lot of companies are planning to move their on-site a good percentage, at least 5%, but in a lot of companies we are seeing that percentage more to permanently remote positions, and that's where we are seeing a huge growth in the digital workplace side of things. There's this huge adoption of bring your own device, and huge requirement of scalable deployments of your technologies which enable this remote work. And over the last 2 years or so, and we have been growing very rapidly, and the digital workplace business unit in HCL has been growing at more than 30% year on year, enabling customers to provide a digital workplace of the future. And this has been corroborated by a lot of these analysts, the Gartners, the Forresters, the Everest of the world. They have been rating us very highly among the system integrators of the technology companies providing a workplace of the future. So that's who we are, that's what we do, and going forward, I would really hope some of you or ideally most of you would come work with us, and I get to meet some of you working in the cutting edge world of digital workplace technologies. So Kirilu. Okay, so I think what has changed is the aspirations of our customers, aspirations of the end users, aspirations of the technology world as a whole has changed rapidly. So in the left side, if we see what the enterprises want is they want a distributed workforce. However, the efficiency should be same. So it should not be that working remotely provides an option for slacking. You need to be efficient, you need to be productive. You might be distributed, you might not have a single main location where you need to come in. You can work from remote places, but you have to be efficient. And we as technology providers, as cutting edge technology consulting companies, we should be providing them with the best of technology and the best of enablement to help our customers do just that. So if you see, this is what we are seeing from the enterprise standpoint. And if we are moving to the employees, what they want is they want to remain engaged. So what we have been seeing over the last few months is a lot of employees there, and we have all heard about the great resignation, where a lot of people are switching their jobs, and it's not always due to money. A lot of times, what we are seeing based on various conversations with them is they're not engaged enough. They feel that they're working remotely, they're not being able to be a part of the team, and that's resulting in reduction of end user experience. We don't want that. Or the employees also don't want that. They want an engaged, they want to be engaged, they want to be bringing some purpose, they want a inclusive organization, and they also want a compassionate, where people understand what their requirements are, and based on that structure the workplace accordingly, both from a technology and also from the policy standpoint. And we at HCL are enabling those that for our customers. And I think after this, I'll move to some of the key technologies which enable such a workforce of the future, a workplace of the future. However, I think it's important to understand that it's not only about technology. It's about developing new processes, developing new HR policies, developing new structures to enable that. You can, of course, enable the technology, but if you don't get people to use that technology, it doesn't bring value. So to bring value, you need to understand why you need to create that technology, why you need to enable the technology, what employees want. Based on that, you can enable that. So what we are doing here is, and if you come and work with us, what you would also be doing is you would be first talking to a lot of these Fortune 500 and Global 1000 customers which we have across the globe, and work in a consultative way. So we don't come and just provide technology solutions. What we do is we go and understand their current as is scenario. What are their challenges? What are their aspirations? Where they are currently from a technology standpoint? We talk to them, we understand, and then we consult that this is what you need to do to move to a digital workplace or a workplace of the future or next gen workplace, which we call. We provide them with a iterative approach where we, based on their requirements, based on their wants, we help them move to a remote working or a hybrid working scenario where employees are all they have the freedom to choose how they work, where they work, and when they work. In turn, but their efficiency, their productivity is not affected, and also their experience is not affected. So that's the key focus of what we do and how we do stuff at the digital workplace business in HCL. Kirulu. So as I said, I think we've already talked about this. The essentials of a futuristic workplace is a workplace that is distributed yet engaged, that's efficient yet compassionate, that's bleeding edge. They're working with the latest technologies, tech concepts like AI, automation, cognition, analytics, machine learning, everything that's there. But it should be also inclusive to different races, different personas, different people. It should be all inclusive, and it should not be dependent on locations, on language, on countries, etc. It should be global. And today people are joining companies sitting at their home, just they're logging off from one machine and they're logging on to another. So that is the level of bleeding edge yet inclusive technology is something we want to enable. And finally, profitability is the key here. All our whatever said and done, the final aim of any tech or any customer, any company, is to remain profitable. After the 2 years of the COVID pandemic, where a lot of companies suffered, in the times to come, they would want to improve their profitability as well, yet remain purposeful for the society and the environment, and provide a sustainable workforce. That is something which is also very, very critical. And there is a common ground for both the employees and the organizations to meet, and that's where a futuristic workplace really comes into the picture. Kirulu? Yeah. So and before I move to the technology, is there any questions? I just can stop for a couple of minutes. Okay. In case this is no question as of now, I can move on to the actual technology on how we are enabling it, and what are the challenges. I know I've been talking about this. I've been talking about this remote working, enabling workplaces that's inclusive, that is adaptable and scalable. However, from a technology standpoint, there is a challenge. We can't say that it's all hunky dory, and there's no problem in enabling such a distributed workplace. There is, right from the infrastructure side of the world, that is enabling the devices, enabling those technologies. From IT standpoint, that is how do you manage such a distributed workforce, and also from a culture and an engagement standpoint. So from an infrastructure standpoint, I think the most important thing is providing access to the applications and the devices securely. So 2 years back, nearly 75 to 80% of the people, I think in some of our countries like India and Sri Lanka, it'll be even more. I think 95% or more people, they were working from office. They were under a fixed security perimeter. They had their laptops, they had their desktops in the office. All their applications were sitting on data centers. Most of their applications were sitting on the data centers, which is there on premise. There was very little or there was very limited applications or workloads which were sitting on the cloud, which can be accessed from anywhere. So they all needed to go to office to enable their workplace. That is their devices, physical, mobile, everything. Their collaboration or any other applications which they wanted to work, and also from a security standpoint. So that's was a big problem. Virtual workspaces, concepts like virtual devices with VMware, with Citrix, were still there. However, their usage and their adoption was very, very limited. People still used or people were still used to the old way of working. So how to change that? Because suddenly the entire world went remote. To scale up that level of virtual workspaces is a big challenge, and also to provide that security, because a lot of times people were working in a fixed security perimeter, which did not happen in a remote working scenario. Similarly, the IT team was overburdened. You get people suddenly working from home or suddenly working from a remote locations. The issues crop up. What do you do to enable that? Because when you were working from home or working from office, you could just walk down the aisle and you could just talk to a support engineer who would be sitting there, and you can just get your issues resolved from the IT team. But that's something you cannot do in a remote working type or a hybrid working scenario. you don't have the IT team doesn't have a visibility to the remote workers' experience. There's a lack of communication channels to reach support. There's no SLA commitment on home support because people working from home, they're distributed uh, across locations. A lot of locations where they're working from, they might be in comparatively remote places, which would take time for the support to reach in case there's a hardware support required. So that would result not only in reduction in the SLA and the time to resolve a particular issue, but also from an experience standpoint. So if I, as an end user who wants to work productively from my home, and there's a problem in my computer, and to get support, it takes 2 business days, that'll be not only bad for my experience, it would be a direct business loss for the organization. So that's another challenge. And finally, from a business and the culture standpoint, that's a challenge too, because before we were accustomed to meeting people, talking to them, having regular coffee breaks, discussing technology, discussing life, discussing family, discussing politics. Everything was needed. So that's human beings are social animals. You can't all work, or at least a maximum percentage of work can't people can't work cocooned in one single place. So that's one challenge which we are seeing. uh, and we were not accustomed, or we are still not accustomed to extended periods of remote working, working alone. So that results in a lot of fatigue, a lot of mental fatigue, and and I think that results in a lot of engagement issues. Getting to stay motivated, getting to stay focused has been a challenge for a lot of our employees, or for a lot of our employees in the customer environments as well. And enabling that inclusive workforce has been a challenge uh, across the board. Kirlu? However, I think what we now understand from the fluid workplace standpoint is we are now ready with the future of work today. So we 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 now agree, and we have to agree that the workplace of the future is hybrid. So you'll have both remote working or hybrid working, and you would also have a group of people who would be back to office. So it would not be 100% remote or 100% hybrid, that's for sure. A lot of people themselves would also like to go back to office. So at least from a percentage standpoint, we are seeing up to 30% of the workforce would go back to office as well. So if we are only talking about the hybrid work, that doesn't make sense as well, because for the people to go back, who want to go back to office, we should be providing them with the same experience, and we also should be providing them with a safe haven, so that after these tension filled times of COVID, they should get a safe and place to work. So we should have our solutions for enabling safe return to work as well. So we are working on those as well, along with the ones enabling future hybrid work. So we are providing a workplace which is personalized depending upon who you are, what you want, which is intuitive, which automatically understands the requirements, which is powered by technologies like AI, automation, cognition, etc., and which is on demand, uh, wherever you are, at what location you are, what devices you're using, or what time of the day you want to work. So that's something which we're enabling, and our fluid framework. And this is an industry leading framework now in the global workplace domain. Is we are providing a future ready, a liberating, a user centric, an intelligent, and a democratized workplace for our end users. So we want uh, workplaces not only highly technologically advanced, but also which understands users, which is personalized based on their requirements, and which also fosters diversity and empowers everyone equally in the workplace. And that's what we are highly focused on. Kirulu? Thank you. So now I think we are moving into the technology part, and I think I'll focus on some of our solutions which enable that. That is, what are the key requirements for a sustainable remote working? What technologies you need to succeed? What technologies our customers need to succeed? That is something which we will be talking about, and how we do that, how we help our customers, how we uh, uh, enable them is something I will be talking about now. So the first thing, whenever we go and talk to any customers, or any customer reaches out to us to help uh, enable their workplace, or help transform their workplace from a legacy sort of an environment to a workplace of the future, uh, we first do an accelerated remote working assessment or a hybrid working assessment. We go to that environment, we talk to them. We also have a small technology based agent, which we install in all the laptops and desktops all of our customers, to understand that what are the different profiles, what are the different personas in the organization, based on what technology they're using, what laptops, desktops they're using, what applications they're using, and whether they're and what is their current state, whether they're adequately equipped with the right productivity stack to work remotely. So we do this assessment, and that is something. Before we provide any technological enablement, the first thing we do is to understand who the end users are in the organization, what they do, uh, and how valuable they are for their business. So understanding profile. So maybe 10 years back, I used to talk to customers. At that time, everyone used to talk about standardizations, standard laptops, standard PCs, standard desktops. So they thought that managing a standard estate would be much easier, and that would result in cost reductions. But that has changed. Even before the pandemic, since the last 6 to 7 years, customers have been asking for personalized support, understand who we are as an employee, and provide us with applications, with technologies, with devices according to that, because that'll help the that'll help improve the experience. So first thing we do is we understand who they are. Then we come up with our technology stack to enable hybrid working, and our technology stack consists of uh, six key components which enables remote working. So it might not be that for every employee, or for every company, they would need to enable all six of these, and that is why this consulting or initial assessment is very, very critical. So customer what we try to understand is, some customers may already have one or two of these technologies with them, and based on that, we provide them either with the full stack, or with uh, two or three of this based on requirement. So the first thing is enabling the virtual workspace. So that is, they should get access to their desktops, their laptops, and their applications, most critically, securely from any locations. And how we do that is enabling virtual devices at scale. We are working with different technology vendors and technology partners like Microsoft, Citrix, VMware, Google, and Amazon, where we are providing them with virtual desktops on the cloud. So we have Azure. We are for a lot of our customers, we are enabling Azure virtual desktops on the Microsoft Azure cloud. We are also enabling Azure Amazon workspaces, and also Google Cloud, virtual devices on Google Cloud based on the customer's requirement. And what this enables is, this enables us to scale Windows 10 or Windows 7 devices on the cloud, so that your experience, or the end user's experience, is exactly the same as the experience they would have got if they would be working from their desktops or the laptop, the physical laptops or the desktops. but the only thing is they can access this from anywhere, and they can do it securely. So it's integrated with your identity. It's integrated with Active Directory. So it's integrated with your all the security technologies the multi-factor authentication, the Windows Hello for Business, the and based on the conditional access policies which are there. So that's how we enable. The first things first, we enable the devices and the applications remotely. That's one. Second is collaboration. I think it's very, very important for people to collaborate, for people to work together if they want to bring value. Before, they used to just walk into meeting rooms and talk to each other, or also call them from their desk phones and get things done. A lot of the collaboration technologies which they were using were on-prem. They were using things like Link or Skype for Business on-prem, or maybe Cisco WebEx on-prem. That was not suited for a remote collaboration type of a scenario. So what we have been helping our customers with is enabling cloud collaboration solutions. So Microsoft being one of our key partners, we have been enabling Microsoft Teams based collaboration solutions for customers across the globe. And we have started this right from the start of the pandemic, and we have enabled a cloud-based collaboration solutions powered by Microsoft Teams primarily, and also Cisco WebEx in some cases, to provide a intuitive and on-demand collaboration solution for organizations right from 5,000 end user base to more than 150,000 end user base, where they can connect seamlessly through Teams, through WebEx, and they can talk to the team members, they can talk to their customers, and they can collaborate just as well they used to do in a office type of a scenario. So I think the first two key things, that is enabling the device, enabling the applications, and then providing them with the collaboration. This creates the avenue, or this creates a structure for employees to work productively from any location, be it office, be it home, be it a coffee shop. That is something which are the two building blocks of enabling a solution. The third thing is providing remote friendly support and guidance. So I think that's another challenge. Getting access to the service desk resources, the desk side resources to resolve the issues. Understood, we need access, but better than providing an access, or of course we have been enabling remote access, but what is best? Best is, as we say in the IT world, the best ticket is the one which has not been created. So if we can preempt the issues which might happen in your desktop, in your laptop, or in your thing, or on your thin client which you have been working from, if we can preempt those issues using analytics proactively before that issue occurs, and then run certain scripts automatically in your computer to resolve the issue before either before that issue occurs or before that creates a problem for you. That's where I think that's the holy grail of IT support, and that's where we want to take our customers to. So we have been working with a lot of these technologies where we are enabling our customers with solutions like an automation and an analytics tool which sits on each of our customers' laptops and desktops, which continuously monitors the different parameters regarding your desktop performance and regarding your application performance, and based on that, it can proactively detect that there might be a problem that might occur in your computer, and before that creates a problem, it automatically runs a script to resolve or self-heal the issue. That is something which we are trying to enable for a lot of our end users. So they don't have issues in the first place, so that they don't need to reach to the service desk, which is in remote in this current scenario. Second thing is we have also enabled an AI-based cognitive virtual assistant, which is powered by technologies, by multiple different technologies like IBM Watson, Microsoft Azure, uh, Google Cloud, NLP, and some other niche technology partners as well. So we have enabled this intelligent virtual assistant where end users can talk to that assistant in natural language, so natural English or any other languages, or any other native languages they might have, and that uh, that solution in turn talks to other enterprise applications and resolve the issues end to end, instead of reaching out to a service desk, or reaching out to a desk side support. So what we are seeing is, bringing in these technologies like AI, automation, cognition, we have been able to reduce up to 35 to 40% of uh, the issues which might occur for a lot of our customers, and that's something which we are clearly seeing providing huge benefit for our customers. So that's another, and that's the cutting edge of technology where we work on. We are working on machine learning, we are working on AI, we are working on automation, we are working on analytics. So I think if you come and work with us, you would get a chance to work with some of the best of the breed in the industry, right from the biggies like Microsoft, Google, and IBM, to some of the niche partners or niche vendors like maybe the Amelia, IPsoft Amelias of the world, or the Moveworks of the world, where they're providing very niche technologies or for our customers. And finally, for cases there might still need to be a resolution, we are enabling AR VR based support, either using a HoloLens or through technologies uh, augmented reality. And as you can see in the picture in the right hand side lower, through your mobile phone itself, you can use augmented reality to resolve issues sitting maybe far off from that particular location, and getting issues resolved. So that's something which we have enabled as well. Uh, Providing a remote user experience monitoring, that is also key. We are also enabling that using tools and technologies, uh, where our analytics agents, which we have built, which continuously monitors the performance of the end user devices, the end user applications, and provides a user experience score, a quantifiable user experience score, with which you can measure and improve the end user experience for our end users. Device enablement is another thing. I think getting new devices to people who are not working from the office has been a challenge, or had been a challenge, if I may say, for a lot of our customers. What we did was we automated the entire provisioning based on integration of our AI based cognitive assistant with the ITSM tool, that is either ServiceNow or Remedy, based on or even Jira in some cases, based on the customer's requirement. And then through the entire procurement process. So now our customers, if they want a new laptop, what they do is they just go to a cognitive AI bot, and they just say that, okay, I want a new laptop. Based on the catalog, they select this is the laptop, and there itself, they provide the home address where they want the laptop to be shipped. And then automatically the approval process starts in the back end, and your device is shipped within 5 or 6 days at your home. And then you can automatically set up your device through technologies like your cloud based provisioning through autopilot, which is Microsoft's latest technology for setting up with your device directly from the cloud, where you do not need to go to the IT team, whereas you just need to enter your credentials and connect to the internet, and your laptop will directly pull your OS, your profile, your applications right from the Azure cloud. So that is something which we are enabling for a lot of our users in this world of hybrid working. So uh, that's another thing. And finally, I think the compassionate change management is very, very critical. Getting people to understand these technologies, getting people to drive adoption, getting people to teach, or getting people to learn how they can use these technologies is something which we are enabling. We are also providing security. I think provide and as you can see, security is kept as a horizontal. Anything and everything, any solution, it has to be secure, because we are talking about company specific data here, and we have seen over the last 2 years or so, the number of cybersecurity incidents have grown multifold, and so it's important to enable security. So I think our security is based on four key pillars. That is the identity, that is who we are, that is it's understanding your identity, and you as you are authenticated to join or to connect to that particular device. So we are enabling that using technologies like multi-factor authentication, Windows Hello for Business, Azure AD, Active Directory, Hybrid AD, etc. That's one. Secondly, after the identity comes the endpoint protection. So enabling your or protecting your device, that is finding out threat vectors which might be there in your device. So that's something we are doing through endpoint detection and response solutions like Microsoft Defender for endpoints, VMware Carbon Black, to name a few. And Symantec, of course, is one of our key partners, where we are enabling that as well. Then I think we are also securing the email and the cloud apps through Microsoft Defender for Office 365, and Microsoft Defender for cloud apps. That's something we are doing. And then we are also enabling technologies like security management, so that the IT team has a bird's eye view of the entire environment or the entire IT landscape, so that they can detect threats proactively and resolve, both proactively and reactively, and resolve them. And that's where we are using latest technologies, latest cloud-based security technologies like Azure Sentinel, IBM's QRadar, and a lot of these niche technologies. So we are providing, and from a network standpoint also, we are providing SD-WAN, we are providing business broadband and home for all of our customers, which is assuring the quality of service for our customers. So if you see, I think this is the bird's eye view of what we do. So technologically, we are enabling our customers to be at the forefront of providing sustainable hybrid working in a secure manner. So we don't provide only a digital workplace, we provide a secure digital workplace, and that's something which every customer is wanting. And if you come work with us, you would be able to get a chance to work in some of these cutting edge technologies from a technology standpoint, and from a consulting and from a business standpoint. You would be getting to talk to some of the top CIOs and CTOs, in different organizations to redefine or reimagine their entire workplace landscape. So that's who we are. That's what we do. And if you see, if you if you go to Google and search Gartner, that the latest Gartner report for the digital workplace of the future, which partner or which company is enabling that, you'll see that HCL is not only in the leaders quadrant, but we are the undisputed number one in this space. That is we are a clear leader. That is a leader among leaders in providing a transformational workplace experience for our end users. So that's something who we are, what we do. Kirilu. So I think we have around 5 minutes. I'll keep a couple of minutes or 4 or 5 minutes for the questions. But just quickly, for the group of people who want to come back to office, or even among the people who never left office in the first place, and the people who 5% of the people were still working from the offices, it's important we enable a secure, a precise, and a dependable solution for a cautious reopening of the office. So we have technologies like body temperature screening using it's not the standard body temperature screening using those thermometers which you see in airports and malls. What we are doing is we are building or we are provisioning AI, that is the infrared IR based cameras which can automatically detect body temperature variations, and if the variation is more, it can directly give a signal on your mobile app or to the HR that you should go home. It doesn't feel, you don't feel, it seems you don't feel all right. So that's something which we are enabling. We are also enabling an app based social enablement, social distancing enablement, when in case COVID hits again, and that's a real possibility. Seeing some of the numbers in countries like Hong Kong and China. So we have this AI based solution, this application which gives a beep whenever you come too close to a gathering or to a set of people. That's something we're doing. We are also enabling a IR camera based face mask detection. We have a digital queuing system, a hot desking solution where when you want to come to office, you book your seats, and based on the number of seats only you come to office. That's something which we're enabling. And we're also enabling a contactless workplace IT, where you can directly go to these AI based kiosks, where you can just talk about your issue, and in case you need to submit the laptop, you can submit it there and there itself, instead of talking to a human being, in case COVID hits again. So if you see some of the photos here, I think that the top left one talks about the social distancing enablement. So using Bluetooth, if you're too close, you get a beep here. It's also integrated with the GPS system, where it automatically shows where every user is, and you also have a temperature screening area. Whenever you enter, through cameras, it can screen the temperature. Then you also have the occupancy management and the hot desking solution. So all in all, what we want to say is we are the answer for any customer's workplace transformation needs. So may it be sustainable remote working, may it be cautious reopening, may it be providing workplace consulting, everything end to end, we are the partner to work with. And we have been working with multiple customers, some of the biggest names in the industry, enabling them to provide or their employees a workplace of the future. So that's who we are, that's what we do. And I really hope I would be meeting you guys in some, possibly in our team, helping customers to reach that level of a next generation workplace. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sayantan. That has been an amazing walkthrough to the future of workplaces. And we got some questions, and we still have some time to address those. We'll take up the first question from Krishan. He asks how BYOD can influence the work of IT engineers who are serving customers and responsible for ensuring security.
Yes, I think that's a very good question. I think that has been one of the challenges of a lot of our IT teams as well, because as Christian might be right, and I'm sure he would know that before, the security was a perimeter, that it was about a location. But now I think the way the IT engineers think about security, that has to change. The security would be based on identity, who that person is, not from where he is working. So the first thing which needs to be done is to totally understand or totally authenticate that identity. And if that identity is correct, only then provide access to the applications and the data. And what I think the IT engineers need to be now focusing on is technologies uh, like remote identity management, or technologies like cloud-based SIM and SOAR platforms like Azure Sentinel, IBM QRadar, where on the cloud they can manage customers or users who are distributed. So I think that even security is moving to cloud, and endpoint detection and responses and secure remote access solutions like Zscaler, Palo Alto Networks, Azure Sentinel, IBM QRadar, Azure AD. These are the technologies which needs to be focused on.
Okay, great. And we have another question. What are the key challenges in matching employee and customer expectations? This is from Rwanda.
Yes. So I think that's again a very good question. The customer expectation is providing better service, better productivity. From employees, they want adaptability. They want they want freedom. So matching those is very very important. And one of the major ways we can do that is we can't now force everyone to come back to office. That won't work. If companies trying that, they'll see huge attrition. So what we need to do is we need to balance both of them. And the only way we can balance both of them is number one, providing proper technology to the employees so that they can get their work done productively, and secondly, improve their experience so that they're happy working in a particular company, in a particular organization. Only then they would be motivated. So giving employees the technology doesn't work. You need to keep them motivated. You need to keep them productive. You need to keep them engaged, and only then they would be able to suit the customer expectation. And that's where HCL's relationship beyond the contract and the employee first, customer second concept is very very important. And that's something which we always keep in mind. For us, we believe if employees are happy, then they would keep the customers happy.
Okay, Sayantan. And we get a question from Nayan. With hybrid workplaces being the future, will the charm of on-site locations will fade off?
That's a very very good question, and I think this is something we have been discussing a lot. Yes, to an extent, I think that would, because and as workplaces are getting distributed, you won't. So before, you had these huge offices where people used to go and work on site. Now a lot of our customers are also talking about that if you can work remotely, why do you need to be in on site? So yes, to an extent, yes, we need to see how long it will take, but yes, that trend has started, because the distributed workforces is the answer, or that's what it seems now. That has to fade a bit, and travel would reduce based on not only what we are seeing talking to customers, but also what the analysts like the big ones like McKinsey, BCG, and the Bains of the world are saying. So it would reduce, of course.
Yeah. The next question is sort of a follow-up question on that. Do you think that workplace will ever be the same again by Ishara?
It won't. And if you're talking about the old normal, we I don't, not only me, I don't think, of course I don't, but all the top brains and the top minds in the industry also, they don't think it will be the same again. And we don't want it to be the same again as well. We want to provide them, we want people to work from remote locations, we want to get access to access to people from certain small towns, tier 2, tier 3 cities, getting them to work, because before, a lot of people who could not come to these big locations, like maybe Colombo in your case, or Noida, or Bangalore now in India. A lot of people, they couldn't come back, they couldn't come to these places to work. So they were not getting an opportunities, and we were missing a lot of these brilliant brains. We don't want the workplace to go back to that old normal. We want a distributed, we want a engaged workplace, but we want a productive workplace. So that's something which we too want, and I don't think we'll go back ever again to that same workplace.
Okay. This question is from Sachini. The development of metaverse concept and how it can impact the workplace in the future in an industry level.
Yes, of course. And I think now everyone is talking about metaverse, and a lot of organizations have started investigating this concept of metaverse, and I didn't talk about that, but as the question has come, we at HCL, we are also working with Microsoft we are working with a few partners. Virtuality is one customer. Odd Space VR is another sorry, not one partner, and All Space VR is another partner that has been bought by Microsoft, where we are working with them to create an onboarding and a learning experience for the new joinees and new employees who would be onboarded in the metaverse. So companies like Accenture, they have already they're already getting people onboarded using in the metaverse. So I think how quickly that will develop and how it will impact, it's still hard to say. I can say that yes, it will totally change the workplace, but it would be, I think it would be too premature to say that. But yes, there has been has been a lot of research and a lot of POCs and a lot of pilots going on that space. But it's still, it would take time to see what real impact, especially it's a good to have as of now, but what real impact it will have from an actual hard quantitative benefits and a qualitative end user experience benefit standpoint is something we still need to think about. But yes, we have started pilots, we have started POCs, customers are asking about that. So it's best we know about the metaverse. And yes, Accenture is one who has taken a leap on that, and they're already doing this. So we are also planning to start our metaverse practice very, very soon.
Okay, Sayantan, with that, we can come to the last question of the day. What technologies can be implemented to bridge collaboration between remote and on-site employees? This is by Chanuka.
Yes. So I think the cloud collaboration solutions like Teams, like Teams calling, those are the first steps. Those are the foundations. However, going forward, and I was in the office a couple of weeks back, and one major challenge which I saw was we were in the meeting room, and a couple of people were joining remotely, but our offices are still not designed for that type of that type of collaboration. So it's either all remote or all on site. So there was a bit of a challenge initially. So what we need to do is we need to create our meeting room solutions and meeting solutions, enabling technologies like Surface Hubs, enabling technologies like Cisco whiteboards, where the and these are few technologies which can be enabled. I think Teams is Microsoft Teams is working very, very hard on this, and Microsoft Teams Rooms solution is something which I see bridging this gap and helping a seamless collaboration between few people sitting in office and few people sitting at a remote location. So I think Surface Hubs, Teams meeting room solutions, Cisco whiteboards, these three technologies are key, I think.
Thank you, Sayantan. It has been an amazing dialogue about the future of workplaces, and I hope the talented Sri Lankan IT community learned a lot about how it will be updated in the future, and what are the opportunities and chances that we'll be getting through it. And we are hoping to join with you with another TechBiz Talk session in the coming month. Good luck and safe week for all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much again for all for joining this. Thanks. It's been a pleasure.